Chuck Schumer. This guy was running the Senate. He doesn't get to run the Senate now. Do you know this mother scratcher has the audacity to come out and claim Republicans better be aware that we need unity now that they're in charge? Unity? You mother scratchers didn't want anything to do with unity. You want to run your committees like the Gestapo in the United States Senate. You did it in the House of Representatives when you controlled that too. There's no unity between us. There's no bipartisanship. What has to be done is a steamroll job. We are going to ram down the throats of Democrats legislation that will put America back on track, and that's a good thing. Maybe it's tough love for the radicals that can't understand why we shouldn't be paying for federal prisoners to have sex change operations, but we're not paying for that anymore. And if we have to legislate that away, then we'll legislate it away. Tough love now.
Now let me turn to my colleagues on the other side of the aisle. Another closely contested election now comes to an end. To my Republican colleagues, I offer a word of caution in good faith. Take care not to misread the will of the people, and do not abandon the need for bipartisanship. After winning an election, the temptation may be to go to the extreme. We've seen that happen over the decades, and it's consistently backfired on the party in power. So instead of going to the extremes, I remind my colleagues that this body is most effective when it's bipartisan. If we want in the next 4 years the Senate to be as productive as the last 4, the only way that will happen is through bipartisan
Do you believe this mother scratcher is pushing bipartisanship? Yeah, it's easy to push bipartisanship now. They were literally campaigning on doing away with the filibuster. Is that bipartisanship? No. Now that we've done away with the House, what do you all think about doing away with the filibuster? So for those of you that don't know, or you hear this term thrown around, let me just explain it. The filibuster, this 60-vote rule, means that before a piece of legislation can be moved to the floor for a vote, 60 senators have to agree that it be voted on. So in essence, in order to get something passed, you need 60 senators because they're going to approve it to a vote. Now, much of the legislation that we will push through is not going to have 60 senators agreeing on it. Just isn't. We need 7 Democrats to come across the aisle. It's not going to happen. Do we do away with that? Do we go with the nuclear option, as they often call it? I'm at the point in time where I say, you know what? We do. And if we lose the majority next time around, then we lost the majority. And that's just the way it goes. And again, politics is a big boy game. You don't want to lose the majority? Then don't lose the majority. Put up good candidates, run great campaigns, and win, baby, win. And if you can't, then the other one wins, then so be it. In many respects, that's the American way. So both sides are afraid of that. Both sides are really afraid of losing. Well, I hate losing, so I'm going to say make it a motivator to win. But they do it to us. So now we have an opportunity that we have not had since 2016. We've got the House, we've got the Senate, we've got the White House. Ram stuff through. Start ramming it through, and it starts with national reciprocity, folks. My concealed handgun license in Texas should be good in California. Let's trigger Gavin Newsom on that front. Do I dare consider the guy or continue playing the guy that should be retired?
Cooperation. Democrats will be ready to do what we have consistently done. Work with both sides when the opportunity arises. Democrats will never abandon our values, but neither will we reject an opportunity to move the ball forward to make people's lives better when we can. The question is now whether or not Republicans are willing to do the same. To my colleagues on the other side, once again, do not abandon bipartisanship. It's the best and most effective way to get things done.
Abandon part? When do we have it? This has been the most divisive time in American history, and it goes back to the Trump years as well. There's no bipartisanship going on. I guess we got some of the Trump tax cuts through. That was good. It was all President Trump working that to push it through. We're not in a time right now where we want to be working with each other. They call us racists. They call us a threat to democracy. They call our leader a racist and threat to democracy. They say we're the enemy of the people. I say the media is the enemy of the people, and I don't say Democrats are. I just say Democrats are confused. They know not what they do, at least the blind liberal zombies. Now, Chuck Schumer, he's an enemy of the people. When I'm not an elected leader, I'm a pontificator. I can throw these names around. These are elected officials. They shouldn't be throwing that around, calling us all kind of names, and then they lose and then say, oh, I want to be bipartisan through this all. Give me a break.